Why learn R? Well, first of all, R is free and it's open source software, which means it comes with a philosophy. We've got an extensive global user community that's super generous, and many tribal water analyses are conducted in R. So there could be cross-pollination between air and water as more people start to use R. Remember, completely free forever, supported, you can download it in less than a minute. New instruments gather data every minute, and minute data is not something that you want to discard because it can be very useful in diagnosing instrument problems, system problems, and minute data for only 2 parameters makes 1,000,000 rows. And remember, Excel maxes out at 1,000,000 rows in one spreadsheet, but you don't even need to approach 1,000,000 rows. In my experience, 300,000 rows, and I do some filtering exercise, and Excel crashes, or the little circle goes around and around, and it takes like 20 minutes, and I want to stab myself in the face with a fork because I don't know if it's even working. So the cool thing about R is it doesn't make extra copies of your files. You just tell it where your data file is, and it pulls it in and then does the analyses, and it outputs charts. Really cool, already set up for you with little lines of script charts, including series charts with multiple series, comparing year to year, calendar charts, windroses, and they're all customizable. Tables that you can just export as a PDF and copy it into your report, or as an Excel file, like with your summary values, and maps. You can plot your data on maps really easily, and in our 3-day course we have an exercise on that. So you can provide maps anytime you want with the latest concentration. Probably one of the most important aspects of R is its self-documenting. So when you develop an analysis that you want to do monthly or quarterly or annually, or you want to compare different data sets and you want to make sure you do the analyses the same way, well, you don't have to do an Excel SOP with screenshots because R is self-documenting. You write the script, it's saved exactly. All you have to do the next time is just point R to where your new data set is, and it will conduct all the steps just as is. So it provides documentation of your work as you work. R handles dates and times super easily, and this is an area where Excel can be so frustrating. But R doesn't make assumptions about your data. You tell R what your data are, and it believes you. If you conduct statistical analyses, you have to be really careful in Excel. You have to research the function and make sure that it is actually doing what you think it's doing. If you don't make certain that Excel is conducting the analysis just as you think it's supposed to be in your statistical textbook, you may end up with an erroneous answer. We will be supporting R, both online courses and classroom style workshops, and we're going to be providing example scripts. There's no reason why everybody has to write their own script for making a windrose. Most of us do the same sorts of analyses, and we will be supporting your use of R with examples. And RStudio is the interface that you can use, and it is really fun. Instantly providing you your graph or your chart. It tells you exactly where it's pulling the data from. So it's actually kind of fun to work with RStudio in a really super geeky way. But just imagine being able to do all kinds of analyses quickly, not clutter up your computer with multiple copies of giant Excel files, be able to work and document your work at the same time. So you can, even if you work all day on something, you will have everything that you did documented in R and RStudio. So these are some of the reasons why R, if you have to learn a new software, R is always going to be around and it'll be supported. And once you learn this, the syntax is really pretty straightforward and intuitive. We'll provide examples, and you'll be able to analyze large data sets, which is what is happening now in the world. We're all being super inundated with a lot of data that's crashing our computers. So that's why we are supporting R.